All right. Welcome everyone to another video of Views from the Stands. Your host is here, Gunner, aka G-Man G Blazin, and we're going to be talking about the Super Bowl 58. My reaction to that game, man. And as you see, the Chiefs win 25-22 in overtime, and in my opinion, it lived up to the hype, buzz, everything that you know came with this game prior to the actual game. Uh, Crazy to see the Super Bowl was in my hometown Vegas. So shout out to Las Vegas. Great to see them have be a great host for this great game that we talk about. And so guys, we get into the game, right? And so the first half was pretty, I guess you could say cagey, some people say. And the first half was a 10-3 ball game. Niners went up 10-0 in the second quarter after a scoreless first quarter by both teams. Moody hits a 55-yard field goal. That was actually a record at the time, 55 yards. And then we had a trick play. Jawan Jennings passed to Christian McCaffrey, 21 yards. Wide receiver throws to a running back for a touchdown. So 10-0. Funny little thing about that, not really funny, but buddies and I were talking about bets, right? And we'll kind of talk about some of the bets I won. One of the bets that I should have won but didn't actually place it was this basically. We were talking about how a non-quarterback to throw a touchdown, and we could see that, and we kind of talked about it for a good minute too. It wasn't something we just glanced over and then moved on. So that's something we definitely it was a hard pill to swallow. But we moved on, and so did the Chiefs. And as they go to end the first half, they get a field goal to make it 10-3. They start off with the ball in the second half, so that is huge in my opinion. They were able to kind of reset in that locker room, given the long halftime performance. Shout out to Usher, by the way. I thought it was great. Memories were brought back a lot of memories, and he brought some great people out. Alicia Keys was probably my best one. You know what I'm saying? I started singing, and probably Lil Jon as well. But anyway, so so Chiefs get the ball in the second half, and they scored 10 straight points. They get a field goal, 57-yarder from Butker, which then breaks Moody's record. So shout out to Butker for having the record now, and then a 16-yard pass from Mahomes to MVS off I guess you can call it a muff putt, but basically what happened is, the Niners stopped the Chiefs, obviously. The Chiefs kicked the ball, and the ball hit one of the Niners' foot. And so Ray McCloud, shout out to Ray, he tried to, pick it up. Unfortunately, couldn't. Chiefs pounce on it, and, they take that momentum and score off one play. And so it's 13-10, and we're going into the fourth quarter. And really, this is where pretty much, we go back and forth, back and forth. Um, Niners respond with the touchdown from Brock Purdy to Jawan Jennings, 10-yard pass. Now this drive though did end with the PAT block, and that did hurt them. Obviously, given that we went to OT, so it's 16-13. Niners come back with the field goal, 16-16. Niners respond back with the field goal, 19-16, and the Chiefs had a minute 50 left, and we're honestly calling up some great plays, and they got enough to get a 29-yard field goal to close the game, get it tied, and go into OT, 19-19. And so we're here. And so when we go into OT, we have basically we have these, I guess, OT rules. And basically it's very simple, because the only reason is, I guess, the confusion is because prior to the Super Bowl and even the regular season, the playoff OT rules are totally different, right? And so the regular season, if the team who starts off with the ball scores, they win. The other team does not get that opportunity. But given that this is the Super Bowl, and I think this happens in the playoffs as well, just in general, both teams will have a chance to get the ball. And so Niners, the other way team, they get the coin toss. They want the ball first, so they receive. And the Chiefs, or the Niners, excuse me, again, they 13 play drive, excuse me, Jesus. And unfortunately, they get a field goal, 22-19. So everyone's freaking out, on the social media and the internet during this, and wondering why the Niners would want the ball, right? You're giving the Chiefs 4 downs basically, because no matter what happens here, they have a chance. They're going to have a chance to at least try. And so yeah, there's definitely a lot of just questionable calls, I guess, from Kyle Shanahan. And then the Chiefs, 13 play drive of their own, and which we will show this momentarily. When it was getting close to this touchdown, which sealed the game, I was getting really nervous just because of the clock. I guess my understanding is that the clock didn't really matter. It could have, I guess, been 0-0, but we would have still been watching football until something. Andy Reid, Patty Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Mikael Hartman, and the rest of that organization for having to be back-to-back Super Bowl champs, to be down at multiple occasions, given especially 10 at one point, and then in OT, 13 play drive, 75 yards, and getting a touchdown. I mean, Mahomes is him. This is what, 3 Super Bowls in 6 seasons or whatnot. He's gonna probably be there next year. Obviously, most of the team is coming back. I'm sure they're probably thinking about making sure they try to re-sign Chris Jones. We'll see, but I mean, what a game! Again, it was great to watch. Great to even just think about it right now as we talk, about it. And shout out to the Chiefs. Not much to say. I mean, but at the same time, shout out to the Niners. I mean, they have a great roster. They're going to be in the mix again next year. We'll see, what transpires with some of their free agents, but they're not going to back down. So, ultimately, we could see these two teams, next year. Obviously, that's probably going to be hard, but you never know in the game of football. But as I mentioned, kind of some bets, right? So I bet on the overtime, so that was a big winner, and I basically won the Chiefs. A couple bad beats was Purdy. So he had 13 rushes, but then that kneel at the end of the fourth quarter, right, to go into overtime, that was -1. So he technically got 12 yards, and the line was 12.5. So that was a bad beat. That one sucked. And then kind of the bad beat was the non QB. But again, I didn't place a bet, but it's something that we were certainly kind of high on and all that. So I'm gonna end with this, guys, as we close this this video, and before we end it and talk about what I'm gonna bring up, I can't thank you guys enough for just being along this journey. But if you could please go subscribe if you aren't, get that notification and like the video. The support you guys are giving me is much appreciated, and just want to continue that growth. So go tell your friends, go tell your family. Let's see what we can do with this channel. But guys, real quick, 2025 early Super Bowl odds. Again, this is this the day after the Super Bowl, as we like to do these things. The Niners are the favorites, plus 550. Chiefs are the second. Rounded off is the Ravens, the Bills, and the Lions. We got Bengals, Dolphins, Eagles, Packers, and then Cowboys are kind of in the top 10. And then my beloved Steelers are unfortunately plus 7,500. So they're right above the Cardinals. Let's just say that. Okay, let's just say that. That's a good thing. But yeah, guys, we're gonna have big things are coming for the NFL offseason. Big things are coming for the college football offseason. We're definitely gonna be doing a series here very soon in the next, few days to a week on, what my thoughts are on the team rankings for the portals classes and just give my thoughts. But this will be the end, guys. So as always, enjoy the rest of your day. Hopefully, you guys are having a blessed day after Super Bowl. But we'll talk later, guys. Peace.